Hey, welcome back, and I wanted to show you guys the evolution of Mr. Jank TV right here with all my different kind of card games and what I get inspired by. Also, have a special announcement at the end of the video, so please keep watching and listen in. Alrighty, so I'm going to start off this video with just a few more of my favorites for C&D here. So we have the Voodoo Doll. Voodoo Doll has some pretty cool, it's got a pretty good attack. Well, the attack's actually pretty poor, but it's got a pretty cool attack, or ability called Voodoo. When attacked, enemy creature also receives equal damage done to the Voodoo Doll, so that's pretty awesome. They also have the Scientist here, so it's pretty much just freeze attack and burn attack, but because it's a scientist, he uses potions to do his bidding. Right here we got the Boogeyman. Boogeyman's pretty cool. Look at him. He's all boogieing out. We have Sleep Dust, which puts everybody to sleep, and then Nightmare, which each turn any enemy creature that is asleep receives 4 damage. That's pretty awesome. We have the Unicorn. I just want to show it off because, I mean, it's a unicorn. We have the Charmcaster. Charmcaster's pretty sweet. It's got Charm. And Charm is one of those attacks that, or abilities that will place any enemy, or any one enemy creature that is in play into your hand, so you're pretty much just stealing creatures with your charm. Next we have the Fallen. Fallen's awesome. He has Underworld. While in play, each turn all enemy creatures in play lose 1 life. That's awesome. He doesn't even have to do any attacks and it's doing damage. So Invisible Being, that's something I had last shown you guys last video. But right here I just wanted to reference this while in play cannot be attacked unless enemy rolls 5 or 8 using a 1d6 or 1d12. I used that reference from the movie Jumanji. That's what got Robin Williams stuck in the board game. Right here, Shrieker. He's a cool card. I just like the way he looks. Right here we have the Void Rifter, who has Wormhole. He's a pretty cool guy. Look at him. He's doing his thing. So while in play, all enemy creatures' abilities no longer take effect. That's awesome. Erases all abilities in the game. Cannoneer. Artillery. Attacks all enemies just with 1 attack. Mathematician is one of my newer cards that I just pretty much just put out or printed out. It has Addition. While in play, all friendly creatures receive +3 life, attack, and defense. And then Subtraction. While in play, all enemy creatures receive -2 attack. There you go. Mathematician uses math. Earthlion has Dust Storm. You have to roll an even number to attack anybody while he's in play. It's a pretty awesome card. The Mind Flare, he's got some pretty sweet attacks there. When attacking, gain 3d4 attack. He's got one of those that's X attacks, but I mean that's pretty awesome for Magic. And then Extract. When played, discard level 1 or all level 1 enemy creatures from the enemy's hand. Kraken, got Triple Strike. He's got a lot of arms, so he's potential for 15 damage. Dreamer, I just like the picture. It's pretty sweet. Eater of Worlds. This is a pretty sweet card. It's a pretty big monster there because right there in his mouth is planet Earth. So right there we got Destroy. When played, all friendly and enemy creatures are discarded. So no prizes are given for that. But that's a good way to kind of destroy everything on the field and start off new. We got Myling. Pretty cool character. Myling, backstory really quickly on that. So a Myling is a ghost baby. So I don't know what lore that's from, but that's what I looked up. Alien, which is pretty cool. It has Bomb, so throws bombs at people. It's also range, because you can see that little ray gun there he's got. We got Pyromancer, as I've promised. I did print out the Pyromancer, so he's got a little bit of a fiery fist there. He also has an ability called Fire Trap. Mage, I just like the Mage because it's got an X attack. He does, one of his spells is Meteor. When attacking, gain 1d12 attack. Pretty sweet. Jackal. Probably one of my favorite cards, at least in my top 5. He doesn't have a lot of attack. His life is mediocre, especially for a level 3, but he has an ability called Spell Stitch. The enemy creature that kills Jackal is discarded, so you're immediately getting a prize at the same time your enemy gets a prize if Jackal is ever discarded. So that's awesome. Tarask has Intimidate, which drops all enemies' defense, all enemy creatures in play's defense to 0. So he's intimidating, to say the least. And then we have the Phoenix. Phoenix is pretty cool. Has Ashes. Place Phoenix into your deck instead of your discard pile when it is killed. So there's no real way of killing Phoenix. So as I promised, we have the evolution. So I'm going to start off with the very first card game that I really ever made. Same thing with pretty much these. This one was called War, so all I did was just pretty much take pictures that I just drew, and I drew a number under it, and it's just like the game of War when I played when I was a kid, so whichever number was bigger would win the war. But I have a whole bunch of them going all the way up to, I believe, 13 or so. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's just something that I did when I was a lot younger, and they're poor drawings. So, I mean, I'm not saying that's any better nowadays, but this is War. Alright, so my next cards are the beginning stages of the game Tactics. So, my very first game was Tactics. That I really started to really get into. Again, these are all drawn, and I drew every one of these, and it's pretty much just like the game Tactics. I won't get into any of that, but if you guys watch any of my older videos, you'll see what I mean by what I'm talking about. So here's Tactics. So here's the finished game Tactics without any drawings. So for those of you who have asked me a million times, where do I get my drawings, or how do I draw all these? I don't actually draw all of these or any of these. All I did was I took a picture from Google that I really liked, I put it on the card, I named the card, and then I gave it abilities that I like to do. The background right there is just literally a background, again, from Google Images. So this right here is the actual Tactics game that I printed out. Here's my next one right here. This is Tactic Legends. So this is one of my favorite games I ever made, this is pretty much what C&D was based off of. So C&D is based off of pretty much the original Tactic Legends that I have here. So, I mean, you got your magic types, you've got your melee types, and you got your range types. So, I mean, I love this game to death, and I mean, this is pretty much what started it. So, what I did was I watched a lot of videos, and all I do is when I go into YouTube, I search homemade TCGs. This was the beginning stages of that. This is Tactic Legends, horrible, poorly Tactic Legends, but this is what I started doing, where I started drawing my own stuff. I redesigned the templates and pretty much started anew. So this is Tactic Legends, the horribly drawn version. So this is Tactic Legends. So as soon as you open it up, you get the board right here. Again, you get the cool little story that comes with the actual game itself. So Tactic Legends, the cool story that's with it. And then of course the card game. So I kind of adjusted this since the last time you've seen it, but I've added a lot more cards to this, added some more crystals. I got these cool new counters that I can keep track of everybody's life with. A lot more different heroes. Back here, instead of just having treasure cards being items, I also added a whole slew, just a whole entire market is what it's called, of weapons that you can use in the game. So a lot of cool stuff with that. Alrighty, so this is my book where I draw all of my pictures here. So as you can see, some familiar faces, one you've never seen and never will see, but I will never add him. So one that I will be adding right here is Nim. He's a pretty cool little, I don't know, little gnome guy riding a deer. I just kind of like him. He looks like a mystical guy. My next one will be this dude right here. His name's Putrid. He's just a bad man, bad looking dude. Then last but not least, well, not last, but so I got this guy right here. He's going to be this big, huge, kind of enchanted dude. He will be the Hydromancer. Of course, you can't have water, fire, and all these other ones without air, so we have the Aeromancer right there. So here's some of my games that I actually love to play. We have Pathfinder, we have Ascension, Thunderstone, and Gosu. These games have definitely inspired me to continuously make newer card games, better card games, and fix the card games that I have. So I also did mention at the beginning of the video I have a special surprise. Please, everybody, do the best you can to subscribe, because at 250 subscribers, I plan on releasing this right here. What is this, you may ask? This would be my very first booster pack. A lot of videos out there on booster packs. A lot of videos on kids, people, everybody just doing booster packs. So this will be my very first booster pack opening. So 250 subscribers. As soon as you subscribe in the 250th, I will choose a random one of you guys to pretty much just win this booster pack right here. So we'll open this up, we'll see what I have, but just keep in mind that these aren't the cards, or possibly not the cards that you will be getting. But here we have C&D Arena Arc of Legends. On the back we have booster pack. In Arc of Legends you will receive 9 creatures to duel against your mighty opponents. And that's 3 level 1 creatures, 3 level 2 creatures, 2 level 3 creatures, and 1 level 4 creature. And then at the bottom we do have dice required to play. They're obviously not included. And then it's copyrighted by myself. So let's go ahead and crack this open. So right here we have this little seam. All you do is open the seam. There we go. We have our 9 cards. So we'll take a look from, I believe it's kind of random. So we have the Rock Biter. There we go, level 2. Of course, I will always have the level 4 up there in the front, but we'll get to that. So we have Rock Biter. It's pretty cool attacks. Their abilities there. We have a hero. I love his ability Promote. You pretty much just discard him and put any creature you have in your hand down into play. We have the Wood Elf. Pretty awesome. He has Uproot, so Wood Elf. Scorpion, a level 1 creature. Will-O-Wisp, another level 1, but he's pretty good. He's got range attack plus burn and sight. Bugbear, here's our level 2. It's pretty sweet, pretty good attacks. We got 5, 4, 2. Troll, this will probably be level 3 here. So we got a 7, 6, 2. Pretty good ability, Intimidate. We saw that earlier. Spellblade, awesome card. We have 7, 5, 0 as the defense. He is melee, but he also has Energy Beam, which you roll a 1d12 and it's a magic attack, so it'll be attaching attacking all the enemy creatures. Awesome card. And then we have the level 4, which is the Nothing. So any of you Neverending Story fans out there, the Nothing. 6, 9, 3. He has Fear and Tempest, so he's really just concentrating on keeping your cards off of the field, so or the enemy's cards, not so much yours. So please subscribe, please comment, please like these videos. I'll do the best I can to try to keep up with the uploads, but please, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, go ahead and take a look at those, and like I said, subscribe. Once I hit 250, I will choose one of you guys at random, and I will comment or message you guys, and I'll get your information so you can receive this booster pack. Alright, I appreciate it. Please, again, comment if you want to see any of the creatures that you want to see, or maybe I've drawn them already, or you want to just keep looking at something that I've done already. Hey, just let me know. Thanks.